Hello and welcome to pfSense activity. We use pfSense here as our virtual router and our virtual firewall. In this activity, we are working on three virtual machines, one for pfSense itself, one for PC2 and PC1. These PCs are Windows machine, virtual machine. And then as you can see here, I have some IPs and gateway. We need to manually configure these IPs and gateways for LAN interface and WAN interface of your virtual router. And then finally, by configuring some rules in its firewall, we can have two-way communication between these two PCs. First step is to download pfSense ISO image. If you go to this link, which I've copied in the caption of this video, if you go to download, then please go and select this one, AMD64 ISO for virtual machines, and then add it to a card. And then sorry, because I did it I guess two times, I need to add to cart. One, okay, enter the card. Now before going to checkout, because it asks you to create an account, right? So if you go on top, it's a create an account. Please fill out the form, create your account, and then go to checkout. After filling out the form, you have access to a download link. And if you download that pfSense, then you have this file, this actually folder, and sorry, this one, this single file, which is .gz. Please do not extract it by any other. Just go to 7-zip, right? 7-zip should be there on your computer. Extract it by 7-zip, and if you do that, then you have one single ISO image at the end. So this is the ISO image that we need to put on our virtual machine. So again, do not extract it by any other extractor. Go just only to 7Z, and then by 7Z you can extract it to have one single ISO file, which is here, and this is the one that you need to put on your virtual machine. Okay, let's start building a virtual machine and put our pfSense there. So I go to create a new virtual machine. This is my new pfSense, and then it can be in D, and then for ISO image, I like to put it later, just no difference. I can put a Linux, and then that's it, finished. Let's start it. And let's wait for the virtual machine to power up. You can go to view, you can go to scale mode to have like a very, now for the ISO image, let's go to let's go to bring that file. Let me find the file on the right location. This is download pfSense, and this is the ISO one, and this is the ISO image. So I found the ISO image here, and now let's mount and reboot. Okay. Now it's going to start our pfSense machine. I'm just recording all the moments just to be sure that if there is any so I accept this one, and then install pfSense, setting up network to continue, okay, but select the WAN interface. EM0 is fine for that one, and then for adjust network operation mode for the WAN, it's not necessary to do it right now. We can proceed with the installation, so let's continue. And then For LAN, it's not assigned because now our virtual machine has only one interface. We'll do it later. So let's continue. And then I'm going to do like the minimum requirements and then come back to this device doesn't have an active pfSense Plus subscription. So let's install it and let's continue. And then so no redundancy, I don't need redundancy, select this the default one, and then are you sure want to destroy the current content? Yes. This is a virtual machine, so I don't care. And then select the version of pfSense. We can go to the latest version maybe. And then I'm just waiting for the installation to be complete. Remember that this pfSense has only one um, for pfSense we need two interfaces, right? So after finishing the installation of that virtual machine, we need to add one more interface to the machine. It's not working. The server that I'm using to install this virtual machine is a good one, so it should be the downloads for installation and to sorry, the speed for installation and to download should be fine, and soon it will be done. As soon as I can see the menu for pfSense configuration, our job will be finished. As you know, by default, all virtual machines they are on NAT, and by NAT they have access to internet by default, so they can download whatever they need, right? So I haven't done anything to give this VM internet, but because of that default NAT interface to the host machine, and host machine has internet, so they can go and download whatever package they need from the internet or whatever else, right? All right, so I can even put a pause on the recording. If there is any new item comes up, I will come back. Otherwise, I will pause it till end of the installation. All right, so this is kind of done. Setup is done. That's okay. No capture, just okay. And then let's reboot. Reboot. If everything works fine after a reboot, then I will turn off the machine to add another interface, and then I will turn it on to continue. So accept, and it comes back, right? So because it comes back to the installation, so let's do something. Let's first power off the machine, right? Then what you can do, you can go to storage and you can go to just remove the installation file. So let's remove it. Now it has only it's a virtual drive, right? So it will come back to start from virtual drive. And you can go to network. Right now one adapter is there. Let's go to also enable another adapter, and let's go to let's be NAT. I don't care right now, but to make it like better, and like to make it configured right now, let's give you an idea. For LAN side, we like to put them in internal network and LAN. And for WAN side, we put them on internal network LAN 1. And imagine that I put this LAN 1 on interface 1, LAN 2 on interface 2, right? Let's do that. So interface adapter 1, let's go to internal network, LAN 1, right? I put LAN 1 here. Adapter 2, let's go to internal network and LAN 2, right? So adapter 1, internal network LAN 1, adapter 2, internal network LAN 2, and OK. So it means that here now adapter 1, which is the WAN interface of router, is connected to internal network LAN 1, and adapter 2, which is the LAN interface of the virtual router, connects to internal network LAN 2, right? These we need these internal networks to connect them later to these PCs, right? So the way that you connect the devices in VirtualBox in one private network is to put all of them on an internal network with the same name. Okay. Now let's restart the machine. Okay, so this is the one that I'm looking for. This is the sorry, this is the first image, and it looks like then it's reading from the virtual drive now, and hopefully it comes up from the virtual drive and doesn't need to do and to like redo the installation, right? Because there isn't any installation image anymore. Good news, at least there is something about pfSense. I saw their logo. So it's configuring LAN interface and WAN interface, and then although we didn't put anything here, but it's trying to because we turned on those adapters. So let's see. I guess it's a good idea to go and pause the video and come back whenever it's done. Okay, so this menu here, when you see when you are in this page, it means that you are done. Let me also I can also take an image here or take a screenshot from that one. Let me take a screenshot from this page and put it in my instruction for future use. And so this is the one that we are looking for. If you are in this page, then you are done with the installation, right? I can put it here. Then later I can show you like to review, right? To review something for whoever is not with us from the beginning. Okay. So now the next part is to configure these IP addresses, right? Let's go ahead and do it. Because I'm looking at pfSense only, so let's be here. So here we have number 1 assign interfaces and number 2 interface IPs. So let's first assign IP address interfaces, right? So let's go to 1. Then for should VLAN be set up? No. And then for the WAN interface, EM0 is fine. And then enter the LAN interface name, EM1. Okay, so WAN EM0, LAN EM1. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Okay, so I guess the interface names should be okay right now. let's wait for, okay. Now as you can see here, WAN EM0, LAN EM1. Now let's go to set interface IP addresses, number 2. Enter number of the interface you wish. So I'm going to configure WAN. So as you see, WAN can has DHCP and version 4 and version 6, and LAN can be static, right? So let's go to 1, which is WAN. Configure IP version for address for the WAN via DHCP, no. Enter the new WAN interface. So WAN interface is 58, sorry, numlock was off, 58.58.58.58 slash 24. Okay, this is 58 and the other one is 59. So 58.58.58 slash 24, then enter. Then for a LAN, press enter. Okay, so for a WAN, enter the new WAN IP version for upstream gateway. And then for upstream gateway, sorry. So we do not have any upstream gateway. And then we can configure LAN later. So let's go ahead. Not IP version 6. New non-inter. Do you enable DHCP server? No. Do you want to revert HTTP? No. And then please wait and enter to continue. So as you see here, WAN EM0 is now set to whatever we are looking for, right? Now let's go to number 2 again, and this time to LAN. Configure IP version for LAN via DHCP, no. Enter the new LAN interface, so 192.168.20.1/24. Enter, and then upstream gateway, no, and then no for IP version, DHCP version 6, and then so enter for none, and then DHCP server on LAN, no, and then revert HTTP, no, and enter to continue. So when you are in this step, like WAN EM0, all IP addresses are correct, LAN EM1 IP addresses are correct, right? So it means that your pfSense setup is now done. So the next step will be configuring 2 Windows virtual machines, PC1, PC2, with these IP addresses, and test the router, right? So I will pause the video. I will create on my virtual box, I will create 2 Windows machines. Those Windows machines should be with default, very simple configuration. And then when those Windows machines are ready, then I will come back to do the test. So remember that again, for the pfSense, first download the ISO image. When you are in this step, you are done with installation and you need to do the configuration. And then when you are here with this configured everything, you are done with pfSense in this step, right? Okay. And then if you are going to the browser, and if you go with this 192.168.20.1, which is our LAN interface, then you can go to the web interface of this router. So I will show you after creating those Windows virtual machines. Okay, now I have 2 Windows 10 virtual machines here and here. 10.2 is my PC2, 10.1 is my PC1. Now let's go ahead and let's configure their IP version 4. I go to network and internet setting to do the IP configuration manually, right? Several VMs are running at the same time on this machine, so it's slightly slower than it should be. So let's configure one. So this is my uh, PC1, right? So it was something before. Let me delete everything. And what we have here for PC1, I have 58, then that 58, that 58, and then that 59, then 255, that 255, that 255 and 0 slash 24, so 58, 58, 58, 59. And then for the gateway, I go to put 58 and then 58, 58 and 58, the router interface, right? And then OK and OK and close. So let's go to the other one. Let's go to the network internet setting for the PC2. So this is Ethernet, change adapter setting. Let's go to properties, and then let's go to set something as 192.168, and then 20, and then 100 here, 255.255.255.0 as a slash 24, and then for the gateway we put the router interface, which is 20.1. So done, and this is done, and this is done. Okay, and let's say OK for this guy, and let's go to command line on PC1. Let's do command line on PC2 as well. So let's here go to IP config. So this is 192.168.20.100. It's good. Let's go here, IP config 58.58.59, and everything is okay. Okay, good. So everything is fine, and to this PC1 is connected to LAN 1, right? Internal network LAN 1, and PC2 to internal network LAN 2. Let's check. This is my PC1. So for the network, it's connected to internal network LAN 1, and PC2 is connected to internal network LAN 2. So from that side is also we are good. So these are both VMs, and now it's a good time to do that. Okay, so let's go to PC2, the LAN side, right? So PC, let's bring it down a little, and this one also. So PC1, let's go to PC2, the LAN side, right? And I will ping the other PC1, so 58.58.58.59, right? And the ping works, right? So it means that the router in this side works. Let's go here. Let's go to ping 192.168.20.100, right? The other one. And let's see. Okay, this is not working because it requests timeouts, right? And it's kind of logical because PC1 is in WAN side, and by default the firewall is stopping all the ICMP packets by default, right, to the internal network. So we should go to maybe the web interface of the router and then set the firewall rules to make it happen, right? So let's do it together. Okay, now I put some text here for you to give you an idea about what's going on for the next step. Now let's go to PC2 and log into pfSense GUI interface by working on this 20.1, right? User is admin, password is pfSense. So let's go to PC2 here. Let's go to the browser. And then let's go to that router GUI, right? Router interface. Okay, it's coming up, it's little. So start without your data, and then maybe confirm and continue. So let's go to 192.168.20.1. Okay, so that's okay. Let's go at advanced and let's go to continue. It's unsafe, but it's a test. For the admin, its user is admin and password is pfSense, right? pfSense, and I can save it even. So we are in that pfSense setup, right? So let's go to now firewall, and then let's go to rules. So let's go and add a rule here to WAN, right? So this is from LAN to WAN and WAN to LAN. So let's go to LAN, and then so let's add a rule to accept ICMP packets, right? Okay, so in this LAN interface, I'm going to add a rule here, and then action is pass, then interface. They said choose the interface from which packets must come to match this rule. So let's change it to WAN, right? So we like to receive packets, I send packets from WAN side. And then it is IP4, and then for the protocol, let's go for ICMP. This is not GMP, ICMP. And then from any IP address, and then from any source, any destination, and then save. And because we have one new firewall rule, so let's apply changes, and then this is now done. So let's come back here and let's do the ping again, and ping this one, this side work, right? So if I go to command line on this computer, I guess command line is here. So as you see here, we are on PC2. So PC2 is able to ping PC1, right? And if I go to PC1, PC1 is able to ping PC2. So by applying this firewall rule, I'm able to ping without firewall rule. LAN to WAN or PC2 to PC1 works fine. By applying the firewall rule, PC1 to PC2 also works. So now everything is done and we are finished with our pfSense activity. I hope you learn how to work by pfSense router and firewall. Thank you.